How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here yet again. We're doing another rant video for you folks. Sit back, relax, grab something to eat, and let's dive right into the video. So if you ever do like online dating, this can be one of the biggest problems that you're ever going to find. I talk about online dating all the time, and I've noticed obviously it does get a little bit of consistent viewership, and it's also my most popular video, so let's keep it going. One of the biggest problems I find is the texting aspect of online dating. Now, you can say texting, but necessarily messaging, so Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. It's all the same. In all of those ways of communication, they share one thing, okay? Basically, it allows you to talk to the other person, right? You can share pictures, whatever, like all of those ways you can do that, okay? But you don't really know them. That's the problem, right? You don't really know somebody. Like, I can text somebody one thing, and you can't really explain a lot of emotion that way. You can't really explain, and you can't show how you act and behave. You can literally just text. You can also show off more confidence, which is probably my biggest problem. Actually, is I mean, I think I'm confident in certain situations, and other situations I'm not. So when I get into a situation on a text, I mean, I can be as confident as I want. I can be a fucking asshole. I mean, I can be a tough guy, right? I can be a dirty dog, like, you know, I can whatever. And I can send that text, right? Now, texting also gives you that time, and this is one of the biggest perks, I think, and sometimes one of the biggest downsides, is you actually have more time to review what you're gonna say, right? Let's say somebody was mad at you and was giving you some like really aggressive text messages and was like, yo, like, fuck you, man, whatever, right? Like, up yours, and they were telling you all this horrible stuff. Now you open it and you're reading it and you're like, oh my god. But you actually have time to sit back and kind of like ponder on it for a minute, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can read it, you could absorb that, and then you can take a few minutes to unwind and let it soak in. But when you're in the heat of the moment, face to face, and somebody just said that exact same thing to you, you've got to respond within a certain amount of time, and it's not always the most educated response. You just come out with something. But at least in the text message, you have plenty of time, and you can word it the way you want and everything, but you don't really get, again, you don't get that emotion out of it. You don't really get, what are they really trying to say? Sometimes you can say something in real life, and it sounds like a joke. You say it over a text message, they don't even know if you're joking or not, right? There's problems. No, I feel like that's, again, one of the bigger problems, or a bigger problem, and again, especially related to online dating, because you don't really know what that person's like in person, right? You can text them, and you might get that idea, like they do seem kind of positive and whatever. Yeah, they're putting smiley faces and exclamation points, and they seem like an energetic person, and you can get that. But at the end of the day, until you actually meet somebody, you don't really fully know them. You can call, same idea. You don't really know them, and I've had that problem before, right? Where it's like I've actually met somebody, and they're not really what I expected. But again, like, how do I know, right? Like, we've talked for like a week, and I don't really know. I mean, it's really hard to judge, right? And you can try to judge a text message. You can be like, oh, this person's putting in all kinds of spelling mistakes. Clearly they're not very educated. You don't know that, right? And some people that's just how they type. They just, whatever. I just throw it in there. It's a text. It doesn't really matter. Like, I've texted people before, and it's really quick, brief messages. It's just like straight to the point kind of thing. It's just, here you go, whatever. Okay, perfect. And that's cool. So again, like, I always say, like, actually having somebody in person and somebody over a messaging app, those are obviously two completely different things. My biggest thing, if you're gonna do the messaging app, I would get together within a certain amount of time and at least either get to know them or whatever. I mean, if you already know them and you've already seen them and whatever, I guess it's not so bad, because at least you kind of know them. But or you might very well know them very well, and it's like, okay, now I'm still gonna obviously hit them up via Facebook. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's just how it is, man. Like, you really got to get down to it, and like I said, visually see somebody and know them in person, and I feel like that'll go a long way for you. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Another quick rant video here for you folks, 5 minutes long, and we're going to have to see you in the next video. Peace.